Yo, what up, gang? We're at a secret spot, and we're gonna try to go for a squid, but tide isn't looking too good. And it's a little bit of a breeze where I'm trying to cast, so I'm not too sure about how it'll go, but hopefully we'll be on, and might get stranded. So guys, we just got a bit of water to walk through here, and the water's looking very clear, but it's kind of warm, which isn't my favourite, but you'll be able to see in a second how the water's out here. Oh no, she's getting colder, so that's good. I'll just be casting off around here. I actually haven't caught a squid here before, but I lost one here at my feet, so I know they're here. Just not too sure about now because it's quite sunny. So just a little bit of rocks, and as you can see here, it's pretty clear. We've just got a couple rollers coming in here, but the water looks very nice. Bit of glare, so I probably should have brought my sunnies, but it's looking pretty good. So I got two options here. I can fish off this part, or I can fish off it. This little, well, it comes out a little bit of a point here where I think it goes a little bit deeper than just around here. As you can see, it's all quite shallow through there, very clear. I quite like it clear. So we're here now. So there's a little bit more weed, but this, beautiful conditions. I can see some bommies out there. Alright, let's get into it. So I've just moved over from where I was to a bit shallower, but it's a little bit more weeds, and in between those weeds there's lots of sand, which is generally good because I like to. So guys, a lot of, if you're getting new to squid fishing, it's always good to know where to start. So with that, it's good to know your setup, technique, and jigs. So first up, I'll show you some techniques that are quite popular. So we're just going to cast out. You got to make sure you got to let it sink. If it's not sinking, it's not getting to the bottom where the squid are. So popular egging is your like a violent soft baiting. So we're going two things up, and I'm going to do winding while I do that after I get off the snag. Alright, so we're just going to go, and that's going to make your squid jig dart around, and while it's sinking off that, that's when the squid are going to attack. So that's what I like to use mostly, but there's other ones. Here's one, so we're going to go, you go up and then you go sideways, and that's letting your jig have a lot of hang time, which is letting it fall for longer. Obviously you can use it other ways, but those are two that I like to use mostly. So guys, we'll be going over rods and jigs you use for squid fishing. So we'll first start off with rods and reels. So this here is one of your more cheaper options than a run reel. My mum won this one at a marine deals seminar on squid fishing. So this is a 8'6". It's calamari stick by Ocean Angler, and with this it's also comes with it's a little Shimano 2500 size reel. This is spooled with 10-pound braid, and I use 12-pound leader for it. With what I use is just typically my soft bait setup. It's a little bit heavy, but I can back the drag right down, so it seems to work fine. So those are what I use for my rods and reels. It's good to have a very soft tip but a decent backbone on it. That makes for lifting and fighting squid easier. With having small reels, it's good because it's very light, and that means when you're egging, your wrists don't get very sore after very long, which is good for goodness. So here I have a little Ocean Angler pack that I use. So I have 2 jigs on at the moment, so it's not full, but on the back side I actually use, because I don't have enough jigs to fill up both sides, so in the back side here I use these little BKK, like the little snap lock swivel things. I have braid cutters, 12-pound leader, and I have a float. I just keep that because it'll be handy. So that's just on the back side, and these things are very good. And the front side here, I only have 4 jigs in at the moment. So I have a little Yamashita, a Daiwa Yamashita, and a big 3.5 that I just found on the beach. So it's always good to have a bit of a selection when it comes to your jig, because they might not be taking something that you're throwing. So when you're fishing dirty water or not as clear, maybe could be quite dark, it's good to use your brighter jigs, your lighter jigs, as opposed to they'll be able to see it as well. But when you're fishing your clearer water, you want to use your natural colours, like your browns, your natural colours. So that makes for, you should be able to get more hits or takes or follows by the squid. Also, if you see some jigs, like the flash boosts, it makes it look like they pulse on the water, and it makes a good little reflection. But with this little size 2 here, it actually rattles. So that also could be an attractant that brings those squid in. It might increase your hookup rate. So that's a little rundown on tackle and squid jigs. So guys, here we have a very popular spot in Auckland. It's Murray's Bay Wharf, and I have fished there a couple of times, and I know lots of people do. So it's quite popular also because there's squid hold there quite a lot over winter. I'll just draw a map up now. So there's weed lines and lots of rocks and stuff that come out from around the wharf, and it's about 2 to 3 meters deep. So when you're looking for a spot, it's always good to know where the weed lines are and stuff, so you know where to cast and how far to cast. So just a demonstration on a popular spot. So killing squid is pretty straightforward. You just give them a not too hard of a karate chop, but in between the body and the head, as they have 3 brains, 1 in the head, 2 in the body, so it kills it pretty much instantly, which is good for it.